Merci beaucoup, Monsieur. Straight on my leg, your moustache. You look very, very nice indeed. Now, today, we're discovering the South African-French connection because for the past couple of years, France has been engaged in a series of reciprocal seasons with its key international partners like Japan, China, India, and the like. And now with South Africa, this will be the very first time that a sub-Saharan country will be involved with the Seasons with France campaign through a series of events taking place throughout the country. Here to tell us a bit more about it is French Consul in South Africa, Antoine Michon. Oui.
Michon, voilà.
Bonjour, ça va?
Bonjour, Trejo.
Très bien, très bien. Very good to have you here. Now, it's very, very exciting times to see that South Africa is, reaching out the international hand and that France is doing the same in this reciprocal event called Seasons with France. What is that all about exactly?
Well, it's an exchange between the two countries. It's taking place already in South Africa,
yes,
with the French season running from June till November. And next year, South Africa is going to go to France for 6 months also. Mm-hmm. To showcase its culture, and allow these exchanges to happen between French and South Africans.
Yes. Now, you've done this before, France has done this before with countries like Japan, like China, and its other key international partners. What have been some of the results that have come from the Seasons with France?
Well, I think it's always, opens the minds of people, open you to another culture, mm-hmm, and also it allows to bridge, and that's very important for us, to bridge collaboration between artists, between institutions, yes, so that we have a lasting legacy. It's not just a one-shot event.
Indeed. Let's talk about some of the events that are going to be taking place, or that have actually started already and are going on throughout the rest of the year. The first one of which is the International Exhibition of Black Music, right?
Yeah, that's quite a very special exhibition happening, mm-hmm, at the Museum Africa in Johannesburg.
Yes.
And it's an exhibition on black music. So the concept is interesting, because they look at black music, obviously in Africa, mm-hmm, all the regions of Africa, yes, but also in the Americas. So, and how, Africa sort of helped, starts jazz, rock,
wow,
old blues.
I didn't even know that we had a hand in helping the rock genre develop. Yeah. And so through this, artists can obviously find ways of kind of expressing themselves and kind of learning a lot more than we know right now, right?
Yeah, I think it's also just, on what's the music in Africa, it's a very interesting journey to go through this exhibition and discover music from Ethiopia, from West Africa, Central, yes, Africa, and not contemporary, but also, from the 60s. The 60s were an amazing period of exchange between Americas and, yes, and Africa, with fantastic bands. So.
And in fact, on my recent trip to the Congo, which happens to be a francophone country, I discovered that there's a lot of similarities. I mean, there's a dance that they do in the Congo that is very popular in South Africa called the Dombolo, but it's actually a dance that actually originates from the Congo. So it's very interesting how we share those ties like that. Tell me about if I'm saying this correctly, Plaisirs de Français?
Plaisir de France.
Plaisir de Français. What is that all about?
Well, Plaisir de France actually the official opening will be today.
Yes.
We'll have an official opening later today in Franschhoek, mm-hmm, but also across the country. It's different retailers, companies who will showcase the French products they offer on a yearly basis, mm-hmm, to the South African public, but they'll put special emphasis. So you'll have, for example, all the petrol station Total, yes, which welcome you with a bonjour, will showcase the French products. In Franschhoek, all the restaurants will also put French menus for the months. So
indeed, there's an opportunity for business there as well for young entrepreneurs in South Africa that are looking to cross the international border that way. Indeed,
indeed. That's really because the season is not only about culture, it's also about business. We want to also build these bridges.
Beautiful stuff. Let's talk about the reacting to the chemistry Bono Center in Johannesburg. That sounds very interesting.
Yeah, that will take place later in November, mm-hmm, I think mid-November. It's an exhibition coming from France, from a big science center we have called the Universience. And it's really to allow the youth, and I see you have the picture of...
beautiful pictures of it, yes.
Young people. For them to experience chemistry and discover that, chemistry is all over around us, including sometimes in personal relationships.
Exactly, yeah.
But also, to experiment that chemistry is in the products they consume and see different chemical reaction and practice, So also to sort of develop the interest for science.
And then there are markets involved as well, obviously just showcasing the different culture. For one is the Molière's, the Meiser market in Johannesburg as well.
Yeah, Molière, is one of the most famous French playwright, and they are going to indeed show Miser, I think from 25th of October for a month, and I think that's going to be a very interesting.
And one that sounds like it is going to also be very, very interesting is the Goons Animation campaign that's taking place in Cape Town and in Joburg. What is that all about?
Well, that's a great festival. We are going to open it officially on Wednesday with actually South African animation movie Zambizia. It will be the avant-premiere here in Cape Town. And I don't know if you know, Zambizia was done in Cape Town by Triggerfish Studio.
Oh, wow.
It's gone international, already 1 million tickets sold. So it's a big, big success, and it really shows the talent of animation movie here. And that's what the festival is about, you know, also building exchanges between French and South African artists, and offering the public, you know, a chance to discover also French animation movies. So we'll have a couple of directors from France and who will show their movies. And it's free. All the screenings are free, so just have to log on kunjanimation.org and request your tickets, and you can have a great time.
Lovely stuff. Now, I want us to have a bit of a cultural exchange here. I want you to teach me how to say we are going to an ad break in French. How do I say that?
Oh, so on va avoir un temps extraordinaire.
Okay, all right, here we go. We're going to have all that information for you on www.expressoshow.com, but I'm going to try this. Is au revoir?
On va avoir un temps extraordinaire.
Au revoir, un temps extraordinaire. We will see you after the ad break.